Hi, I'm Sophie, and welcome to my world. You know, it's the holiday season, and Santa needs a lot of help. That's why he has a whole bunch of elves. And so I have come up with a very sweet little treat for you, a little candy cane elf that you can give to your friends or just sit around your house for some decoration or put them on top of Christmas presents for your friends. I'm going to show you how to make one right now. So for this project, we're going to need a bunch of different colors of duct tape. I've got some green, black, white, red, and a tan duct tape. Now, once you see how to make the project, you can, of course, choose whatever colors you want, but I went for very Christmassy colors. I went for the greens and the reds that say elf to me. So I'm going to move all these out of the way because we don't really need these anymore. And we're going to need 2 candy canes. I'm going to use a Sharpie pen for this, and I'm also going to need some scissors. And what I've got here is I've cut my duct tape ahead of time here. I made 3 2-inch squares that I've turned into house points, and I'll show you how to do that so that I end up with 3 house points. I need a strip of black tape. This is optional. You don't necessarily have to have this, but I'm going to use this for hair. Strip of black tape. You're going to need a strip of green tape that is about 6 inches long. You're going to need a strip of tan tape, or whatever color you want to make your elf's skin tone. That's going to be about 5 inches long. You're going to need a tiny little strip that's about 2 inches long. And then you're going to need a white strip that is going to be, I would say this is about 3 inches long. And I just realized I'm going to need some for my hat, but I'll pull that off later on and show you. Okay, so I'm going to move these off to the side because we don't need them right now. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make my elf's body. And so for my elf's body / head, I'm going to do a fold over strip. So all I did was I took my piece of tape and I folded it onto itself and I left this stickiness. I've left about 1/2 inch of sticky. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lie this right down here and I'm going to wrap it around and wrap this part around so that it sandwiches in and makes just like a little belt. Okay, I'm going to pull these up real high, because this is going to be his head / body. And these are going to be his legs and feet. Okay, just like that. Now, I'm going to give him some hair. And so for that, I'm going to use this black piece of tape, and I'm going to just tear this, or cut it, you can cut it, into a thin strip. This is about 1/2 inch. And I'm just going to place it right at the top here. And wrap it around. Now, this is optional. You don't have to do this if you don't want to. But when you put your Santa hat on him, that'll give him just a little bit of extra texture to have his hair. Okay, now I'm going to make his clothes. Now, for his clothes, I'm going to be using these house points. Now, to make a house point, we take a little 2-inch strip of tape, and from one corner, fold it down towards the center so that it makes a triangle. And then fold the other end down to meet it. It doesn't matter if it overlaps a little bit like that. See how it overlaps a little bit? That's okay. And now I have what I call a house point. See, it looks like a little house. There you can really see it. Looks like a little house. Now I'm going to take my house point. This is going to be the bottom of his little skirt. So I'm just going to, I want to make sure I leave enough for his face, but wherever I want the bottom of the face to be, I'll place the top of my house point. And the bottom of my house point is going to point down. There we go. And now I'm going to take one of my other house points and I'm going to lay it down to make the other side. And I did this halfway so that the point is actually lined up with the outside of my candy cane. I'm going to do the same thing here, lining it up with the outside of my candy cane. So it makes kind of a diamond in the center there. You can see where it makes a diamond. That makes a beautiful little outfit for my elfie. Now, I wanted to give him a little upper top here, and I'm actually going to make his upper top green. Now, I could make it big like that if I wanted to, but I'm actually going to rip this in half here, like this, and I'm going to make his arm at the same time. So I've ripped that in half, and I place this along the top like that, just so it's along the top, secured it. I'm going to flip it over. Now I'm going to take this part and flip it onto itself and onto the back. I I secure it onto the back here, and then I secure the tape to the tape. Don't worry if it gets a little squidgy. That's okay, because you're going to trim it anyway. And I'm going to do the same thing with the other piece. Take it there, flip it over to the front. Like I said, don't worry about that squidgy. And then I'm just going to fold this onto itself. Did a little better with that one. There we go. And now you can see he's got his two arms. Now I need to give him some little hands, and that's what this little teeny piece of tape is for. I'm just going to take that, rip it in half, and I'm just going to place this on the end here and fold it over. Yes, I know he looks like he has Minecraft hands, but wait, you're going to see what I'm going to do in just a second. Okay, take the other one, lay it down, stick it in. There we go. Now I'm going to use my scissors to trim the whole thing. Here we go. Da-da-da. See, and any time I have any goodginess now, that goodgy can all disappear. Oop, stop moving, Mr. Elf. Now it helps to have a good pair of scissors here, so you can trim that goodgy away. Get that little bit of goodgy. There we go. And trim the other side. There we go. And I'm going to come from this side because it's a little easier because I'm right-handed to come from the back side here. And I'm going to get rid of that squidgy though. There we go. And cut the other side of the hand. There we go. Now you know it works really great, and I wish I had a pair right here, but I don't have them right now, are nail scissors. Nail scissors would be the perfect thing because they're so tiny. But you can come back and you just kind of fold these little areas over if you've got any squidginess sticking up. There we go. All right, now we're ready for his little hat. Now for his hat, what I'm going to do, this is where I forgot to have a little piece of tape, so let me grab one right here. I'm just going to make a fold-over strip. So I'm taking a piece that's about 4 inches here, 3.5, 4 inches. I'm just going to make a fold-over strip. Fold-over strip is when you fold it onto itself. Now, with your finger here at the point, you're just going to roll it like that and make a little hat. So I need a little bit of tape here to secure it. So I'm going to roll this to make a little point, and then I'm just going to secure it with this piece of tape. See the little gnome hat there? Fold that over. Now this end is going to stick up and out, and that's okay because you're just going to come around and stick it like that. And then you can cut off any extra. Tell it's time for me to clean my scissors. My goodness, my scissors are acting up. There we go. Okay, there we go. Now, right here, you can see it's got this triangle hat. Now, if you want to, I mean, you could give him kind of like a triangle baseball cap that sort of kind of looks like one of those, you know, like those tin soldiers, and you could like fold it up if you wanted to, kind of make it like a Peter Pan hat if you want to. But I'm actually going to cut it off, and to do that, I'm just going to go snip right across the bottom. Okay, now I'm going to slip on his little hat, and to make it stay, I'm just going to take a little bit of white here, rip a very thin, thin strip, and just place it on his hat. Around the bottom, attaching it to his little head. There we go. Now, if you want to, at this point, you can also add, with another strip of tape, a little pom-pom on the top. You just wrap it around and make like a little ball up on the top there. So just kind of make that ball and squish it. Squish, squish, squish. There you go, squishy little. There we go. Now, the only thing that we have left to do is make his face. And so, gonna draw 2 eyes and a little mouth. There we go. And if you want to, you can even give him elf ears on the side. But there you have it. Oh, let's give him some buttons. Button. Button. Oh, and you know what else he needs? He needs a belt. So I'm going to take white here. I'm going to make another little strip. Very skinny strip. I'm just going to put that right there. Wrap it around. Wrap it around. And then I'm going to draw a little buckle. And there he is. And there you have it. Your very own candy cane elf. Now remember, you can embellish your elf any way you want. You can even add some googly eyes. Oh, what very big eyes you have. Well, the better to see all my presents with. For more sweet treats and lots of fun things to eat, come and check us out at Sophie-World.com.